power, with humility, that he would look upon all the house of Israel graciously.
When you get 15 minutes more, you can service more customers.
As you see, you can read Judges 10 and 10 down. The Most High never had pity on us until we operated as our ancestors did, inquiring to the Most High. Look at, and you can't do it. You can't cry to the Most High with pride. It's not going to work. Not going to happen. Look at see, these nations knew about we, the children of Israel. They knew about us. And see, come to this, into this kingdom, at least I'll say the kingdom of the Edomites, when the Greeks came into power, that's when we started to lose our identity as the Israelites. Before they came into power, we knew who we were. We knew who we were in the Persian and Median Empire. That's Esther, book of Esther. We knew who we were. But when the Greeks took over, then we as the Israelites started to lose our identity as the Israelites. Matter of fact, just to bring it on home so you don't think I'm just talking out the side of my neck, that's why when you read the New Testament, you see to the Jew and to the Greek, to the Jew and to the Gentiles, because that was us, the Israelites. Look, this is where we were, in the Greek Empire. In 2 Maccabees 6 and 6, we'll get right to the point. This during the Greek Empire. This is before the Roman Empire. It says, neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts. We kept the Sabbath day every seventh day, and ancient feasts, those are the feast days of the Most High. Those are the Most High's feasts. In Leviticus 11, the 23rd chapter. Or to profess himself at all to be a Jew. You hear that? That's why we call ourselves Greeks. Like a lot of you don't want to confess yourself to be an Israelite today. You call yourself American or African American or whatever American that you call yourself, but you are the 12 tribes of Israel. So it was against the law to call yourself a Jew. And they put you to death for that. So therefore, that's during the Greek Empire. So by the time you look at the Romans taking over, we were already destroyed. They had already destroyed us to the point where it would say to the Jew and to the Greek, to the Jew and to the Gentile, because that's who we were called. That's what we're calling ourselves. That's why we look at, prime example, I'm not going to go into this, but I'm going to go right into the fact of what the apostles were saying in St. John 7 and 35. When Messiah says, you're going to seek him and you're going to be able to find him. And where he's at, you cannot come. So it says, then said the Jews among themselves, verse St. John 7 and 35, whither will he go that we shall not find him? Where he going that we shall not find him? Will he go into the dispersed, the scattered among the Gentiles? And what? And teach the Gentiles? Because we as Israelites are in these different lands that Paul was sent to. Like I told you earlier, you know, Corinthians and Thessalonians and Colossians and Ephesians and Philippians, Romans, calling ourselves all these different names of the lands we were in, like it is today. So, you say, they said, who are going to go and teach disperse among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? See? He's not talking about no other nations. Because he said in Matthew 15:24, out of his own mouth. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. That's what he said out of his own mouth. So they know that he's not going to any other nation. Well, he told them, Matthew 10:5-6. He told them. Matthew 10:5-6. These 12, or the 12 apostles, whom H.O.I sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into the way of the Gentiles, meaning these other nations, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye not. That's northern Israel. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Go to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This is what you're going to tell the lost sheep of the house of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. And as ye go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. See? For who? For the lost sheep of the house of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. So it wasn't to everyone. It was only to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, as he said. Look what Job said in Job 42:6. Wherefore I abhor myself. Can't get no humbler than that. He said, wherefore I hateth myself, and repent in dust and ashes. I repent in dust and ashes. So, from there, let's look at Job 32. Job 32:4. Job 32, we're going to read Job 32, verse 4-7. Now, Elihu had waited till Job had spoken. It's the younger one of his friends, because they were elder than he. See, the other men that spoke to Job were older than him. Elihu was the younger. When Elihu saw that there was no answer in the mouth of these three men, then his wrath was kindled. And Elihu, the son of Barachal, the Buzite, answered and said, I am young. See, I'm young, and ye are very old. Wherefore I was afraid, and does not show you mine opinion. See, I was afraid. Look at the difference between then and now. Shoot, people gonna open up their mouth, young brothers open their mouth to an elder like they younger than him. You know what he said? But this is how we were. You want our culture. It says in Elihu, verse 6, Elihu, the son of Barachal, the Buzite, answered and said, I am young, and ye are very old. Wherefore I was afraid, and does not show you mine opinions. He was afraid. Open his mouth up before the elders. See? I said days should speak, a multitude of years should teach wisdom. But there is a spirit in man, and the inspiration of the Almighty giveth them understanding. Great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment. See, let you know that even though they're young, that don't mean that they're going to be on point. Therefore I said, hearken to me. I also will show mine opinion. Behold, I waited for your words. I gave ear to your reasons. was ye searched out what to say? Yea, I attended unto you. And behold, there was none of you that convinced Job, or that answered his words. So none of you, the three friends of Job, so-called friends of Job, he said, convinced Job, or that answered his words. Lest he should say, we have found our wisdom. Most High thrusted him down, not man. Now he hath now directed his words against me. Neither will I answer him with your speeches. They were amazed. They answered no more. They left off speaking. They shut up. When I had waited, for they spake not, but stood still and answered no more. I said, I will answer also my part. I also will show mine opinion. For I am full of matter. The spirit within me constraineth me. Let them know. What did he tell Job? Job 33:8. Surely thou hast spoken in mine hearing, and I have heard the voice of thy words saying. He said, I heard what you said. I am clean without transgression. Oh yeah? I am innocent. You tell him, say, surely thou hast spoken in mine hearing. I heard what you said, Job, and I have heard the voice of thy words saying, I am clean without transgression. I am innocent. He's not humble. Neither is there iniquity in me. Remember the Pharisee. I'm this, I'm that, I'm before the Most High? Are you serious? Behold, he findeth occasion against me. He counted me for his enemy. He putteth my feet in the stocks. He marketh all my paths. Behold, in this thou art not just. You hear what he told him? In this thou art not just. I will answer thee, that the Most High is greater than man. Why dost thou strive against him? For he giveth not account of any of his matters. For the Most High speaketh once, we are read over that. Go to Job 34:5. See, for Job have said, I am righteous. Remember what he said in Job 33:9. I am clean without transgression. I am innocent. Neither is there iniquity in me. Sound like the Pharisee to me. I'm better than this publican. I give tithes, I do this, and I do that, and I do that, bragging before the Most High. And he ain't nothing like me. And the publican is, he's so ashamed, he won't even hold up his head. He's so humble. Job 34:5. For Job has said, I am righteous. Wrong in the eyes of the Most High. Then, now, and forever. But Job have said, for you to think and say, because generally what you think, you're going to say it. You got to think it before you say it. So, for Job have said, I am righteous, and the Most High have taken away my judgment. Should I lie against my right? My wound is incurable without transgression. Look at verse 10. Therefore hearken unto me, ye men of understanding. Far be it from the Most High that he should do wickedness, and from the Almighty that he should commit iniquity. Hear that? Understand this. Read it again. Therefore hearken unto me, ye men of understanding. Far be it from the Most High that he should do wickedness, and from the Almighty that he should commit iniquity. Most High is not going to do anything that's wicked. He's not going to commit iniquity. For the work of a man shall he render unto him. What you do in drawing evil to you, that's what you draw to you. And he makes sure you get that. For the work of a man shall he render unto him, and cause every man to find according to his ways. The way you are. According to the way you are. Verse 21. For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. Matter of fact, let's look at go to Proverbs 40. Let's see. Go to the book of Proverbs. Look at Proverbs 15 and verse 25. Proverbs 15:25. The Most High will destroy the house of the proud. The Most High going to destroy the family of the proud. That's who live in a house, family. The Most High will destroy the house of the proud, but he will establish the border of the widow. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Most High, but the words of the pure are pleasant words. See. It tells you, verse 28, the heart of the righteous studieth to answer. The mind of the righteous studieth to answer all things, according to the Bible, the word of the Most High. But the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things. Hear that? The Most High is far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. See? He's far from the wicked, but he heareth the prayer of the righteous. From there, let's look at Ezra 9:13. Ezra 9:13. Ezra 9:13. Ezra 9:13. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds, see, you do evil, you draw evil to you. And after all that has come upon us for our evil deeds, and for our great trespass against the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments, not being obedient, seeing that thou our power have punished us less than our iniquities, you know, deserve. He say, that's mercy. Not getting something you do deserve. Say the Most High power has punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and has given us such deliverance as this. Should we again break thy commandments and join in affinity with the people of these abominations, these other heathens that's around us, that's following idols, and not the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Would it not thou be angry with us till thou hast consumed us? This is what happened to us. So that there should be no remnant nor escaping? O Most High power of Israel, thou art righteous. For we remain yet escaped, as it is this day. Behold, we are before thee in our trespasses, for we cannot stand before thee because of this. Hear that? Confession. And you keep on reading on verse 10, it's confession. Ezra 10, let's go into it. Now, when Ezra had prayed, and when he had confessed, weeping, crying, and casting himself down before the house of the Most High, there assembled unto him out of Israel a very great congregation of men and women and children. For the children wept very sore. For the people wept very sore, crying before the Most High. You can't cry if you're prideful. They humble themselves and they cry before the Most High. Listen, and Shoshaniah, the son of Jehiel, one of the sons of Elam, answered and said unto Ezra, we have transgressed against our power. We have broken the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High, and have taken strange wives of the people of the land. Yet now there is hope in Israel concerning this thing. Now therefore let us make a covenant with our power to put away all the wives and such as are born of them, and the children, the wives and the children, according to the counsel of my master, and of those that tremble at the commandment of our power. Tremble at the commandment of our power. That means you fear the Most High. That means you scared of the Most High. That means you are afraid of the Most High. Because you don't tremble if you're not afraid. At the commandment of our power, and let it be done according to the law. And that's what they did. They put away the women, the wives, and the children to take away the transgression of Israel. That's the people's confession, and that's what they did. Look at Ezra 10 and 44. All these had taken strange wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children, right? So when you go into the Apocrypha, and you go to 1 Ezra, in the Apocrypha 8, well, let's go to 1 Ezra 9 and verse 7. The same Ezra, just spelled with the Greek, E-S-D-R-A-S, whereas the Bible says E-Z-R-A. Same Ezra, same person. So 1 Ezra 9 and 7, it says, so Ezra rose up, and said unto them, ye have transgressed the law, in marrying strange wives, thereby to increase the sins of Israel. You can read also about it in Nehemiah the 13th chapter. Nehemiah and Ezra rolled together. It says, and now by confessing give glory unto the Most High, power of our fathers, power of Abraham, power of Isaac, power of Jacob, the power of the 12 tribes of Israel, and do his will, do the Most High's will, and separate yourselves from the heathen of the land and from the strange women. So, verse 20 says, and they gave their hands to put away their wives and to offer rams to make reconciliation for their errors in marrying these strange wives that are not of the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. So what did they do? Remember it told you in Ezra 10:44, all these had taken strange wives, and some of them had wives by whom they had children. So here Ezra in the Apocrypha tells you what they did pertaining to the wives and the children. And it tells you all of them had taken, strange wives and had children by them. As you read down, we're going to jump to verse 36 of 1 Ezra, the 9th chapter. it says, all these had taken strange wives, and they put them away with their children. Hear that? Put away with their children. So that means if an Israelite man had married an Edomite woman, they put away that Edomite woman and the child that they had by the Edomite woman. They was married to a Ammonite woman. They put away the Ammonite wife and the Ammonite child that they had with the Ammonite woman, and so forth and so on, of these other nations. Therefore they humble themselves in doing the will of the Most High. Look. Psalms 24. Verse 4. Psalm 24 and 4. He that hath clean hands and a pure heart, pure mind, who have not lifted up his soul unto vanity, living up his soul into vanity, nor sworn deceitfully, lying, ye shall receive the blessing from the Most High, and righteousness from the Most High, power of his salvation. Man, this is the generation of them that seek him, that seek thy face, O Jacob. Salah. Let's look at Proverbs 30 chapter. Proverbs 30. Start at verse 1 and 2. The words of Hur, the son of Zakah, even the prophecy, meaning something to come in the future, happen in the future. The man spake unto Athio, even unto Athio and Echal, surely I am more beauteous than any man. You hear that? Surely I am more beauteous than any man, and have not the understanding of a man. I neither learn wisdom, nor have the knowledge of the holy. See, he said, hey, I'm more beauteous than any man. See, at least he know that he's beauteous. At least he know that he's without understanding. He admitting it. At least he know that he didn't learn wisdom, how to apply this knowledge in his life. Say, who ascended up into heaven, or descended? Who have gathered the wind in his fists? Who have bound the waters in a garment? Who have established all the ends of the earth? What is his name? What is his name? Who did this? And what is his son's name, if thou can tell? Every word of the Most High is pure. He is a shield unto them that put their trust in him. Add thou not unto his words, neither he, lest he reprove thee, and thou be found a liar. Say, don't add nothing to his word, lest the Most High reprove you, and he makes sure you be found a liar. Proverbs 29 and 23. A man's pride, which is opposite of being humble, having humility, shall bring him low, and bring him down. But honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. See? Honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. That's why it's so important. To be humble. All right, I'm got one more or two. Look at Isaiah. Isaiah the 6th chapter. And verse 3. And one cried, or one of the cherubims that he seen, unto another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the most high power of hosts. You hear that? Holy, holy, holy. Kodas, kodas, kodas is the most high power of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the posts of the door moved at the voice of him that cried, and the house was filled with smoke. Then said I, woe is me. See? Woe means destruction. Destruction is me. For I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips. Come on. Isaiah is a very, very wise and with understanding priest, prophet. He says, then said I, woe is me. Woe me, destruction is me. Like that's like destruction to me. For I am undone. That's what he say, because I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. This is marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. For my eyes have seen the King, the power of hosts. But you hear what he said? Woe is me. For I am undone, because I am a man of unclean lips. It's marvelous in the eyes of the Most High. And I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the power of hosts. And seen Mashiach Yahushua, power of hosts, power of armies. And he come back. When he come back hanging out with Michael Allah, our angel of war, you think he ain't gonna be ready? He gonna be ready. That's why we have to follow the guidelines of what's here, what's written, of our ancestors who we reading about. That's why I look at Isaiah 51 and 3. For the Most High shall comfort Zion. For the Most High shall comfort Zion. He gonna deliver us. And we deliver, he gonna comfort us. The 12 tribes of Israel. He will comfort all her waste places. Because all the strangers gonna build up our waste places. And he will make her wilderness like Eden. Hear that? He gonna make our wilderness like Eden. like the Garden of Eden, and her desert like a garden, like the garden of the Most High. Joy and gladness shall be found therein, thanksgiving and the voice of melody, singing songs and playing music and so forth. Hearken unto me, my people, and give ear unto me, O my nation, for a law shall proceed from me. Hear that? For a law shall proceed from the Most High, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. My righteousness is near, my salvation is gone forth, and my arm shall judge the people. The owls shall wait upon me, and on mine arm shall they trust. Lift up your eyes to the heavens, and look upon the earth beneath, for the heavens shall vanish away like smoke. He bringing fire to destroy this place. A whole lot of places that people live in this earth. You know what it says? For the heavens shall vanish away like smoke, and the earth shall wax old like a garment, which is done, is doing, and they that dwell therein shall die in like manner. But my salvation shall be forever. Jacob got next forever. The Israel got next forever and ever and ever. And my righteousness shall not be abolished. Hear what he said? His righteousness, which is his laws, shall not be abolished. We all gonna be righteous. Hearken unto me, O ye that know righteousness, that know the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High. That's righteousness. The people in whose heart or mind is my law. The people in whose mind is my law. Fear ye not the reproach of men. Don't fear the reproach of men, the disgrace that men try to bring upon us. Neither be ye afraid of their ravelings. For the moth shall eat them up like a garment. That's judgment. And a worm shall eat them like wool. Thus say the Most High. But my righteousness shall be forever. His law shall be forever. And my salvation from generation to generation. That's right. So I'm going to continue this. So as we humble ourselves, we can befall ourselves, hopefully, within the kingdom that the Most High just told us about. So with that, I'll say Shalawam, brothers and sisters. Find humility within yourself before it's too late. And you can be a part of the kingdom. We all have to do this. Without it, you're going to find yourself in hellfire. Where the worms never die and the fires never quench. That's the judgment coming. So with that, I'm out. Shalom.